Namaskar, Namaste, Islam. After Pushpaji, I don't think I have to add anything much to this, except to say that it's been a great effort by the BRLF team. As Pushpaji said, we have been part of it, but we have contributed very little, except for being decorative pieces like this that we have come over here. Therefore, I think it's been a great effort. And one of the important things which emerges from this is that though the word tribal is used in unison, just a kind of a single thing, the kind of diversity that we have seen over the last few days, and that is something I think we have to emphasize. Also, the different socio-cultural levels at which we find people, along with the socio-cultural levels, we also have emerging kind of stratification which is happening amongst many of the tribal groups which are there. And therefore, the earlier primordial definitions that we had, we have to rethink some of those things, because earlier it was, in fact, came from the colonial thing when they use certain words which can be very derogatory and also not something very charitable. For instance, for a long time, they used the word primitive to talk about tribal groups. And that is something I think we have to question. And just because something is different and people follow different practices, different customs, different food practices and dress patterns, that doesn't mean that they're primitive or lower in any way. Anything which is different is just that it's different. Therefore, some of these things which happened earlier, we saw that they have so much to contribute. For the last 2 days, we have been seeing so much which is happening here. And also, many of us are not fortunate enough. Some of us have done that, fortunate enough to go to the field and meet people. Therefore, this effort by BRLF to bring people here so that we can all have a look at that, that has been, I think, something tremendous. And I hope in future also, besides the fact that some of the people involved in these efforts can go to the field and observe people in situ in the places where they're performing, where they're living, where they're getting their livelihood. Also, some of this thing can be brought in this way, and probably this will continue. I won't take much time, and I think we'll have to proceed with that, except to say that I thank Pushpaji for expounding certain things which I had to say, and therefore I thought I'm complimenting it not by speaking in the same language, but also in a different kind of a way by saying that thank you very much for saying some of these things that you have said. And also I think we have to recognize the fact that all said and done, we have to follow certain things in terms of the inner feelings that we have for people who have a different way of living. And that's where I think the diversity aspect is something which is very, very important. And though, as I kind of repeating it, the word may look singular when we are talking about tribals, but underneath that, there's so much which is hidden. And during the last 2 days, and probably we will continue to do that till evening, also some of these things will be brought out to show that there are differences, but there's underlying unity of some sort between people who are different. Thank you very much, and I thank you all for being part of this and allowing us, some of us, to participate in this. Thank you very much.